This is a tutorial in Garageband where your students can record their voices and play them back in a podcast. We're also going to add some sound effects and some music to the background, and I'll show you how to change the levels. This is the very simplest way that you can use Garageband in your classroom. So I'm going to navigate to Garageband here in my Spotlight. Once I've opened GarageBand, I have lots of different options. It's great to play around with the different ideas. You can also go to Learn to Play. Intro, go to Guitar. Here's piano lessons, different artist lessons. We're going to stick very simple just to get started. New project. Then we're going to click on Empty Project, and then we're going to click Choose. From here, whereas I had talked about in older GarageBand versions, you'll see the podcast option. We have the audio option in 10.0.2. So I'm going to click audio, and this is my input that I have already set up, the built-in microphone. And I'm going to click create. Excuse me. Okay, you can see that it's already reading my voice as the green is up and down. There's a couple of options I want to turn off before I start recording. And this is the metronome, and then the count in. And then because we're working with a podcast instead of music, instead of display mode, I'm going to turn to time here. It's very, very simple. All I'm going to do is click record when I'm ready to go. This is an example of creating a podcast in GarageBand. Your students can use this to read their stories and listen for fluency. They can create short stories, creative stories. They can share reflections, or they can create jingles or advertisements. There are numerous things that you can do with very, very, very simple features in GarageBand. Now I hit spacebar to stop that recording, or you can click on that red circle again. Now this is my playhead. I'm going to click and drag this all the way back to the front, and then I'm going to click the spacebar again. And you see I have my voiceover. We can stop there if we wanted to. We can go up to share. We can even send this to our iTunes account, or if I go to export song to disk, it will save it as an MP4 file, and you can throw it on your desktop and insert it anywhere you'd like to go. If you want to even send a message to your students or have them attach it on email, they can insert it into a PowerPoint. They can even voice over a PowerPoint if you would like them to have that kind of fluency option. But that's as simple as it can get. Now we're going to add some more effects that are called loops. We're going to add some music under this podcast. Now there are several different ways. First of all, there's media here, and this opens up my iTunes library. And just like iPhoto and anything we've been working with in Apple, this is a drag and drop. So I can click and drag, and My Girl has popped into here. And we can even see what that sounds like. And you see that that's really fun, but that fights. You can hear my voice and the music. Well, we can come back and click on this track. I'm going to fix this. Click on the My Girl track. And this is a slider button for the volume. I can even turn the master volume of this particular one. Okay, and so that might not be the best use, and especially I just wanted to show you about iTunes because if you have music in there, I'm going to go ahead and delete this My Girl track and come back to the audio section. And just to let you know that we're going to go to loops up here on the left-hand corner. So these are small snippets that will keep going until essentially you tell it to stop. So I'm going to choose this 80s console chip beat. You can click on any of the other loops. Now to find that, we'll find another. And each time I can go back to this reset option. Let's find some bongos. You can even click on sound effects. I'm going to try that. Okay, so I've added one sound effect. And I want to have this sound effect come in before my voice. And so I'm going to cut my voice from coming in for, let's say, 3 seconds. So I'm going to have this boomer come in right when my voice. So let's see what that's going to sound like. I'm going to move my playhead. Garageband. Your students can use this to read their story. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a little smaller.
Happy Halloween.
Sorry, student walked in.